Hey, my name is Fraser. I'm currently working on a game called Rated Mutant. I've taken a break from that to do a tutorial series on how to create a text adventure slash RPG in Python. This is part 4, meaning that there are 3 parts prior that I would highly suggest that you go back and watch before continuing with this video. All the links are in the description. Let's continue on with part 4, which is about traveling. Let's get into some code. Alright folks, welcome to part 4. Alright, so part 4 is about traveling, and also we're going to set up some battling slash attacking stuff as well. Alright, so let's go back to the top here, and we're actually going to get back up here. Hold on, let me fix OBS a little. Alright, so we're going to actually add some more stuff up here, so stuff we missed the first time. All right, so let's do space here. And we're going to do monster types. All right, so it's equal to a list. And then we are going to make one for names, and then for attack, speed, defense, special power, and health. So let's do Fire Demon. I spanned it. Paul the Monkey. Monkey should be capitalized. He likes his name capitalized for monkey. I'm gonna do weak enemy, and then we're gonna do Mega Boss Man. All right, so we have the names of the monsters defined here, and then these other boxes are gonna hold attack, attack, speed, defense, special power, and health. You guys can fill in whatever values that you want. I'm going to go ahead and just copy and paste the values that I've already chosen. If you guys want to follow those too, feel free to copy them. If you copy them this way, then it'll actually make all your equations for when we're battling work out. So, I would actually, sorry, I was going to copy and paste the wrong part. I would suggest that you guys follow along with these. It was just going to be very annoying to individually have to tell you what all of them are. You could just copy and paste it or pause right here and take a look. Those are our stats for our monsters for the time being. Let's see if we're missing anything else. And we need one more piece right here. Remember, it's going to be called Escape Attempt. We're going to set that to a list. And it's just going to be double false. That'll just make our lives easier a little bit on. All right. We're also going to come down here and we're going to define some functions and we're not going to put anything in them, right? So it's going to be def, and let's do player attack. Colon, right? The attack. We're going to define monster attack. And then we're going to do M attack, right? And then we're actually going to add one above that, and we're just going to call it def use item menu. Use items. We are going to fill in these functions to actually be something. It's just for the time being, it is easier to do that instead. So yeah, all right, now we can scroll back down and we want to go down to right here where we're saying travel. First, we're going to want to get our travel choice. which is equal to check menu range. Where would you like to travel to? Do a space, and then we can do places to travel. Then we can set this to cancelable. So we want to be able to cancel it. So we say if travel choice is -1, router colon is travel equal to false. Is travel equal to true. And then we're going to do print and cell plus p name plus set off their journey to plus places to travel 0 travel choice. Also, we need to go back up here and do places to travel 0, not just places to travel. Glad I caught that. So now we can test to see if this works, but this is all pretty basic so far, right? We know that most of this should work, so let's just continue on with our lives for the time being. All right. So we're going to go here. We're going to give it a space, and we're going to define this as the travel loop. So we're going to say distance divider is equal to random randint 3,6. So at this point we have used all our libraries that we've imported, and we're using random. Random is very important to games. So we're doing random 3,6. This is the this is how many distance you're going to be able to travel. Like this is the divisor for that. And we said it's a random amount so that it's not literally the same every single time. Say distance traveler is equal to math.ceil places to travel 1 travel choice divided by distance divider. Is travel neg is equal to places to travel 1 travel choice less than distance from. So you might be thinking, what is distance from home? Well, it was what I was trying to define up here. I wrote distance to home. That should be distance from home. So mistake. I'll scroll it back down to where we are down here. Oh, we are at, right, we're here. We're in trouble. Okay. It's less than, so all this is saying is, so I set up our travel system in a way that basically everything is in a straight line. There is no east, west. There's really just north or south. So if we are traveling north, basically, let's assume that everything is north of home, then we need to add. But if it is south of where we are, let's say we're in Udragoth, which is, we scroll back up here, we see Udragoth is 200 miles, kilometers, whatever, away. That means we need to start subtracting to reach Milktown, for example, which is at distance 75 from home. So that line right there just kind of lets us know if we're traveling south or north. south being negative, so, and north being positive. So now we're going to do while is travel, and P stats for, which is our health once again, is greater than 0, because we want greater than or equal to, yeah, greater than 0, not equal to. If it's 0, then they should be dead. So we're going to say while P stats 4 is greater than 0. Say if not is travel negative. So this basically says if we're not negatively traveling, then we're going to want to do distance from home plus equal distance traveler, which is supposed to be distance traveled, honestly, not distance traveler. No clue why I wrote traveler. Distance. I'll say if distance from home is greater than or equal to places to travel to 1 travel choice print you have reached plus places to travel to 0 travel choice. Say is travel is equal to false. Else we're going to do distance from home sorry folks, we the tabbing was getting just a little messed up, so let's go back there. So if we're not traveling, or rather if we are traveling negatively, if we are not traveling negatively, then we need to go distance forward. If we have gone too far or we've reached the distance, then we've reached and we should no longer be traveling. Now, we need to do the opposite, right? If we are traveling negatively, we need to do distance from home minus equal distance traveled. And we need to say if distance from home is less than or equal to places to travel 1 travel choice. Can't forget our colon. Print. That isn't the word. Print. You have reached plus place to travel to 0 travel choice. And of course is travel is equal to false. Now we say if not is travel, meaning if you're no longer traveling, new distance from home is equal to places to travel 0 travel choice, which means if we went a little bit too far, we're just going to set it to be exactly at that place just so all the math aligns. And then we're going to Put a break there. And all that's happening here is that basically we're saying once you've reached where you need to go, well, then we're no longer traveling, right? So stop traveling. So now when we're traveling, here's where we'll find items and or we will get into fights. So we'll do something like this. Comment at random pickup or battle. So for now, we're just going to do if random, sorry, lowercase, if random dot randint 0, 100, we'll consider this like a percentage. We'll say if it's less than 60, which means that a 60% chance. We're going to do in fight is equal to true, and we're going to leave that alone for now. We're going to do the else. And we're going to do random pickup. So this will be easy enough. Here we're just going to write star line 1, 1. We're going to print that we're traveling. We're going to do another star line 1, 1. Then we're going to say pick up chance is equal to random dot randint 0, 100. If pickup chance is less than 20, item found. Items to find 0, 0. And that is basically just means like, you know, that is ocean, right? So items to find in that first list. So this is a two-dimensional list, right? So like 0, and then the 0th item of that list is potion. I'm just gonna really quickly do that. I've already written it, so I can just copy and paste it in. But basically, you are going to go through and you are going to do that for all your items. Now, you can obviously set your percentage to whatever you want, or you can copy what I chose. I'll show you guys what I did. So for me, I chose to do this. Let's get rid of that. I did a 20% chance for the for potion, 10% chance for burn heal, ice heal, 5% chance for, I think that's stat boost. Let's see what it is. Yes, stat boost, then cheap phase, expensive phase, and garbage. Garbage has the most, basically, right? Because there's like a 30% chance of you finding garbage at the end here. So when you're doing these percentages, you just need to make sure that you're logically thinking about it, which means that, you know, for example, 0 to 20 in this case, 20% chance. 20 to 30 is a 10% chance of finding this guy. Another 10%. From 40 to 45 is 5%. 45 to 65 is 20%. 4% in between those, you know, so on and so forth. You just make sure that you're adding up correctly, and that your percentages actually make sense. So from here, we can do print p name plus as found plus item found. And item check. Check range. Check menu range. Would you like to add this item to your inventory? Question mark. Then we're going to ask them yes or no. By the way, when you guys are writing your yes or no prompts, try to make sure that yes and no are in the same order. People will get used to what your order is, and that's kind of important in games, right? Like, you don't want these to constantly be swapped. Not yes and no. If other things are constantly swapped, that's one thing, but not like affirmatives. And then we're going to do add item check is 0, colon. Then we're going to do print item found was added to your inventory. And then we just got to do inventory dot append item found. Else print item found plus was discarded. And then we're going to do star line 1, comma 1, print p name plus continues journey. Star line 1, comma 2. So we just wrote a whole lot of code, right? We should probably test to make sure that this is in fact working. So how about we do something here where we print in fight, just so we know that we're supposed to be in a fight, just so we're not confused on what is happening. Once again, just making sure that you guys can see everything. Please pause here if you missed something. I think everything was on screen correctly, but it is very hard to do this with OBS. All right, let's pull this guy up and run and see what happens. Looks like we messed something up. I see. I already see it. That should have been a comma. Why don't you guys tell me? All right, my noble warrior, what would you like to do? We're going to want to travel. Where we like to travel to? Let's go to Udragoth. And so we self on a journey, we're traveling. Found a burn heal. Would you like to add it to your inventory? Yes. Burn heal was added to your inventory. Continues journey. In fight, traveling. Found stat. Yes, we'll add it. All right, I found a potion. Would I like to add it? We're not going to add that. Sorry, no, it's hard to see again. I'll move so that you guys can see. As you guys see, we reached Udragoth, and then if we check our inventory now, So if you remember the stuff that we had up top before, we now have a bunch of added things, right? So yeah, that worked correctly. We made it to our destination. So that concludes traveling. So yeah, if you guys have been liking this, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and all of that. So yeah, I will see you guys in part 5.